Hi guys, Gruttz here, and we're back on the Dozacraft server and another quick tour video. When I say quick, it might end up 20-30 minutes, but it's another tour video to recap on what I've got. So, let's get going with it. This is my portal room, and future site I'm hoping for the wither skeleton farm. I marked out a perimeter and I decided I want to take out every single block in that perimeter, but I'm very lazy, it takes a long time to do, so I'm just doing it over time. But this is the centre here, and the spawning platforms will be directly below there. And these little tubes here go off 150 blocks every direction. Then I've dug out a 2 high, 3 wide wall all the way around the outside, so I know where I'm going. And slowly but surely, I'm digging out the whole of this place. So I get bored easily doing it, so sometimes I'll come and do a bit, then I'll go, then I'll come, do a bit, and then go again. But in the meantime, I thought I'll go up above the nether, and that's up here. And what you do is you just throw a pearl at the top, jump and press forward, and out you pop. So now we're up on the roof of the nether, and up there is gold farm. Not the biggest gold farm in the world, but enough to keep us going. So I'll meet you up there. Right, okay, so we're getting up the top here, eventually. And here we are. So we are pretty much right at the very top of the build limit above the nether, which means everything below has now despawned. And the only spawning place around is that little pad down there. I just started doing it for like a test size to make sure it works and everything. It's not the fastest, but it does the job. You just stay up here AFK for a bit and you'll soon gather plenty of gold from it. This design, I believe, this is not my design. This is Impulse SV from the ZipCrowd server. I think he came up with this design and it's absolutely brilliant. With the added feature of actually having a ghast killer on the top of it, which is what this is. The ghasts are meant to be just big enough to spawn inside this area. They'll hit the tripwire here, which pushes that block and that block out into the side of the ghast's head and kills them. So this does actually get your ghast tiers as well. Not loads, but then again I haven't really done much with it. I was planning, as you can see there, of going in all directions, and you can build these things up to 128 blocks away from you, so a lot longer that direction. But it's someone else's design, and that really does annoy us, taking someone's design exactly as it is. So I'd like to have a look at it and think if there's any ways of improving it. And then once I'm happy with the design, then I'll build something bigger. So I'll just go down here, I'll show you the collection area. As you can see, it's just a minecart zipping around the bottom there. Shift and floor, the pigmen fall through, splat and die. Any ghasts will get crushed up the top, the tier falls on, and eventually that'll fall through and get collected as well. And magma cubes are also caught in this trap, they'll fall down. And then you have the cacti running all the way around it. And that'll kill, because they work the same as slimes. They pick a direction, they just randomly head in that direction. Eventually they hit the cacti and die and come into the chest. So I've got a quick sort of separator there to get rid of the flesh. Well, before that I was just letting it all fall on the floor, but I'm collecting it now. And someone's been using the gold, so at least it is getting used. As you can see, a few tiers, gunpowder, magma cream, and nuggets. So yeah, it does its job. So let's get out of here. And where to go next? The end. I'll see you over there. Okay, so here we're at the Stronghold. Let's get through to the end. And I'll show you the new end farm I've been working on. So, Dozacraft end farm 2.0, operational water drop down. Yeah, there is a water drop, but if anyone's scared of water drops, there is ladders down there as well. Just in case. So that's the track that did go to the other end farm, which is still fully operational and people can use that one as well. I did have to water this pad here because I was finding that Enderman would spawn right here and it got a little bit dangerous. So I couldn't lower the roof because any blocks on top of that pad there, within 3 blocks I believe above it, just get destroyed every time anyway. So this is the first block you can actually place, which means Enderman can still spawn on that. So the water pushes you off and pushes you over at the sign. And this is my cobblestone generator as well. So yeah, I use this to collect my cobblestone. I just mine the blocks out underneath. I've got this little collection room here, which with the water it's a lot more awkward, but I just stand on the edges, knock it all out and then come and get it. But I don't see the point in people mining obsidian, or everyone comes to the end farm to enchant, so why not just take the platform out when you get here? A new one appears whenever anyone else comes through anyway. So yeah, let's have a look here. What I've actually done is, I'll get up there and I'll show. I went around this whole island and this took a long time and quite a few deaths. But I went around the whole island with water buckets and I covered the whole place. That is just a glitch. It is actually covered. But this whole island is literally covered, and then I walked around with water buckets once it was covered, looking for entity counts and killing off every single little space. And then I knocked out a hole all the way through the island to build the actual farm. And that thing is huge. It goes all the way up to the build level. And yeah, I do need to come here and put some glass down here, because it is very unsafe at the minute. You can look at Enderman by mistake, anger them. There we go, like that. Or you can just plain old walk off the edge. There's a long fall. You won't fall into the void because the platform that the whole thing is sitting on is the same as this platform here. So yeah, you'll splat and you'll die, but your stuff should still be, well, some of it will be down there. But as you can see, this thing's quite productive. And it was this bit here that took the most working out. If I go onto that platform, as you can see, it's your usual 2 wide fall, but I wanted them collected into a single file. So if you notice, they come down to the vines. You get the odd one that for some reason flies through the vines and dies, but the majority that come over this side, you'll see, get pushed into the single file. And it works out quite nicely. Apart from that, it was quite a standard design using tripwires. There's absolutely no redstone whatsoever. It went through a lot of string, but me mob farm could keep up with it easily, so that's fine. So yeah, that's it there. It's a very sort of basic design in this, but very efficient and very fast. So let's get below and I'll show you this. This is the water drop down, and probably one of the cheapest ender pearl elevators you'll ever get, which is just ladders with string above it. You hold the shift key, your crouch key, throw the ender pearl up while you've still got a hold of it, and you just hover here. And if you leave go, you'll drop back down. These signs are just for myself, reminders what I was doing, what I need to do. And that was just showing us where the end portal exit is over there. I may do something with it, but I haven't decided yet. And this is the end farm, and I will have to turn me hostile mob sounds right down. Yeah, the little stampy noise is still there though. And yeah, someone's got that back in a minute. Okay, cake. So when I was talking about making the second end farm here, Doza says he really liked the Etho Ender 2.0, which is TNT up there. You fire the flame arrow up and it kills everyone in there. I don't know if anyone's taken the... oh no. Oh nice, someone's been stocking the place up with flame arrows. Or flame bows. Let's see if there's any TNT up there. So yeah, you'll fire it up. And there's the TNT falling. Back out the way. And that's the whole lot dead. Except for him. And then yeah, for some reason Doza doesn't get the XP orbs, but yeah, I see them fine. And you do have to do 2 TNT explosions to get a full 30 levels. I believe the mob cap, once they die, only gives you 22 levels, I believe. So even if the other side was built up fully, because I've only actually got one floor done on that one, all 20 on this side. But even if it was done fully, you never get your full 30 levels from that. I don't know why I'm eating. We've got a regen beacon straight up there. And you can do it old school. You can just run along here, hit the guys, and get your XP. Or you can shove your cart on here, go backwards and forwards, and just hit as you go. And it's perfectly safe. You cannot, even if you try to, you cannot actually see the Endermen, so you cannot anger them. Which is something I really liked. Plus the one wide with a wall, solid wall all the way around it, means the XP orbs don't escape. You don't have to go running after them. They're all right there. Under soul sand we've got hoppers, which go through a hopper elevator. And to fill up these chests, they start at the bottom one, then the middle and the top. And then once they're full, any extra, I'll just go out here. Any extra go along this hopper line here, and there's a dispenser right there that shoots them out into the void. I've got other plans for this, but I'll probably talk about that later. And I do need to put an item sorter in there that only takes the ender pearls into the void, because just yesterday Mine-amator was here. He was stocking up the TNT and he managed to fall in there with them guys and they killed him. And straight away the panic is, yeah, these chests are full. He must have had about 10 diamond picks with him, all newly enchanted. So me and him had to get back in here. I really should have recorded it. And I got Ada to run down here and pull as many pearls as possible out of that chest there. And I pulled straight onto the top of the machine and smashed out these hoppers above to stop them going down the line. He did get a bit of a loss, but I think he lost about half a stack of diamonds, which is a bit nasty, but every enchanted tool we managed to save, so it's sort of good in a way. So to stop that happening again, just in case, I'm going to put a sorter on the outside of there, and it'll just send the items back into this chest if they're not ender pearls. Is there anything else? I put an auto kill on this lever here. Peace and quiet. And if you're wanting for any weird reason just to collect pearls, you just leave it in that position. And that's got a separate lever for both sides. And basically what happens is when you pull the lever, there's pistons behind this line here, and they quickly pulse that block out, which goes into the Enderman's head. Instantly kills him because he's a one-hit kill. And then a split second later I'll take the soul sand away to make it a fall kill, a drop kill. And I just pull the lever and it resets it all back to normal. So yeah, it's nice. It's got a few different options on the end farm. Still needs work done, This, like I say, is Etho's design of the killing mechanism. The 11 by 11 room is also Etho's because that's where the blast goes up to. But then the rest of the room is sort of custom designed. The spawn floors are different, faster, more efficient versions of what he has. And even with just one side done, this thing is really fast. It will be even faster, but I don't think you can actually collect the XP quick enough to go any faster than this farm runs at the minute anyway. But just for kicks, I'm going to finish off that side. Other things I'd like to add is, like I said, this is Etho's design. What you would end up doing is, see the black ring here, you would put your TNT on there. Then you have to go up above, which is out here, and hopefully I don't die. Yeah, so you would go up above. I'm round the wrong side. And this is where Ada fell, because he came off the ladder, he stepped on there to try to pull to the refill, and he fell down the drop tube. Whereas what you would do is, you either put the TNT on the black line from below where it was, or you can put one in here. And then from there you just head round the back, and you got the ladders here, which don't want to work for some reason. Actually, there's no bottom ladder in there anymore. I don't know what happened to that. Yes, as you can see, there's a few TNT left. But to refill at the minute, you come up here, and you've already got the bottom one in place. Then you would just drop down this tube, and then stock it all back up again. And then just jump off and away. After what happened to Ada, I realised it's not the best setup. And all I was doing was straight up copying Etho's anyway. But there is something I do want to add to this. And that's why I haven't watered the whole top of this yet, because I knew I wasn't finished. Those things I wanted to change. I want a more safe, secure way of stocking this. So I'm going to bring this level down to 13 below that height there. Have a piston above it so the piston can push all the way to that block there. And then I'm going to use piston tapes so you can refill. So you'll place your TNT on a piston, press the button, it'll send it through the piston tape, which will eventually sort of push down on this end. So I'm not sure where it's going to be, but if you imagine it was here, you would have a hole here with a TNT with a piston there facing up, and you would just place your TNT on it, hit the button, which the button wouldn't be there because it'll ignite it probably, but you know what I mean. Press the button, the piston will push up, put another TNT button, or even put it on a clock so you can start the clock and just keep place, and I'll work it out so that eventually it'll not be able to push and it'll not kill the water, and I think that'll be a safer option. But that's something to do later. So, yeah, put this flame bow back and then let's get out of here. Shops, yeah. I put this little viewing area. I've always liked the idea of being able to see these guys and see what they're up to. So I thought I'd put this little platform here, and I built these little shops. At the minute, I've got me diamond equipment in here. The only reason I haven't opened my shop is because I don't know what I want people to pay for them. I'm sort of leaning towards lapis or squid sacks, but then again, people don't really come to the end with that type of stuff on them or carry it around in the end form. But I have a bit of a thing. I'll talk to other people, get an idea. Even if I was doing it diamonds, I would do something like 1 diamond for an item. So you pay a diamond, get a pickaxe. So instead of instead of crafting 3 diamonds into it, you can just pay 1 diamond here and take a pickaxe. Things like the shovels, buy 1 get 1 free. I may still go with that idea, but to be honest, that diamonds are a bit, useless. I've got nothing to do with them. Make jukeboxes. Yeah, make jukeboxes. Apart from that, diamonds are useless. Might as well be chucking them in lava. Anyway, let's get out of here. Yeah, I haven't got my feather falling boots on. I wondered why I took so much damage there. So, I'm going to jump out here. Actually, when I go through the portal, I'm probably going to end up where I want to be. I was going to go to Dozacraft next, which I think... Yep, that's where I am. Dozacraft. So this is basically a take on Goodland. Same type of thing. People can come over here, build their own mini games, have it as a big sort of gaming area. And there's not much here at the minute, but I'll quickly show you what I've been up to. And a little bit of Doza's. Actually, I don't know if Doza's shown it, so I'll sort of keep my head down. I know he showed the bed. Because we've got Doza doing King of the Ladder around here. We have Geek Metal doing a zombie arena. And then, there we go. That's what I've built. I've recreated the spleef arena that I designed for the last map that we had near the spawn village. If you haven't seen that, just look back on the other videos. It's pretty much an exact replica. Stupid door. But yeah, it's an exact copy of the other one. The interior might look a little bit different. Got some black glass, because like I say, I love that stuff. But if you don't know how this works, I'll put a link in the description to my other video that showcases this. But yeah, I've got that. Head down. Like I say, Doza's got his King of the Ladder. Geek's got the Z Arena, and at the minute they're the only things around here. I know there's a lot of people talking about doing a few different bits and pieces here, so it'll be good to start seeing people around this area. And my current project, as you can see in the background there, is that big stone box. What I've decided to do is I want to make a Hunger Games map in Dozacraft. And not only a Hunger Games map, but an automated Hunger Games map. So everyone can play it, no one gets an advantage by filling chests up or setting areas out or anything like that. Everyone will be able to play. It'll be completely randomised chest filling, and items that aren't used will be taken away and put back into the system. So at the minute I've got like a 150 by 150 area. Now I've got that marked out. Built the wall up, took forever, really annoying. And I like this bit of area. I chose this bit of area over the rest because there was a lot of sort of plain land. And this bit was more hilly. It's got hills, valleys, there's a stream running through, a couple of rivers in it. And there was a lot of trees around it. So it seemed perfect for what I wanted. And I've just started on it, and God, I need to put my boots back on. I think I may record some of this just because I haven't actually seen a fully automatic vanilla survival Hunger Games ever done. I've got a few ideas of what I want to do. I had Quantum-Adder on the creative server and on Skype together, working out the randomisation for the chests. Big help with Adder, he knows his stuff. Cheers, bud. And at the minute I've got my little tunnel underneath because the whole of that inside isn't lit up, and it gets very scary in there. So I've got the 8 starting pedestals, pods, podiums, yeah, starting things set out like this. This block here is the centre of where the cornucopia, the loot stash will be. And that line there is where the countdown timer is. So they'll stand there, there'll be like a 9 to 0 countdown, then the pistons will push up, everyone will out, run here, grab some loot, off you go, kill. There's more to it than that, but I'll talk about it in future videos. So all I've done at the minute is I've put the podiums in place, put the pistons under them, no wiring. The only thing I've really wired is up here, as you can sort of see. There's like a figure 8 of pistons here, which is the 7-segment display. Now I've just wired them so I know that each segment works independent, doesn't interfere with each other. So now what I have to do is I have to put a decoder into this to read like a countdown. And to do that, I think I'm just going to go with like a sort of, what's the best way to explain this? In old westerns you get the automatic pianos that play the tunes. To make them work, there's like a sort of cylinder with little pins on them, and that tells the machine what note it's meant to be playing. So I'm going to use piston tape, like sort of cylinder, and use that to decode which number's going to be displayed. That's roughly what I'm going to do. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but that's roughly what I'm going to do, and that's what I'll be working on next. And then once it gets to 0, obviously I'll need to send the signal over here and activate these podiums. But I think that's it for this episode. Next episode, well, the next few episodes, you're probably going to see a lot more work going on in this place. Probably not the build itself, but I'll be keeping regular updates. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time. See ya.